IMSA is back, and this weekend is the Raw before the Rolex 24. Let's have a little bit of a chat about what's going on in the schedule, what's going on in terms of the entry list, and what you could expect. Firstly, the Raw itself. If you want to transpose this across to UK time, you add, I think, 5 hours onto it. So we start off 2 PM Eastern. For tomorrow, you get some of the action, and then on the Sunday at about 1 PM Eastern, you get the kind of Raw before the 24 itself. So that's when you end up seeing some of the bits that will come on for the WeatherTech Championship, and that is the actual running of the event itself. So the Raw before the 24 is a little run around before the actual event itself starts. And how does that look? Well, on Thursday, you get qualifying at 2 PM Eastern Time. So, about 7 PM UK before you get the first of the 2 Mazda races. Those races, by the way, are impressive. They're slipstream drafting. They are just so beautifully chaotic. And you end up with some of the closest finishing margins in motorsport when you look at the Mazdas. Friday has race 2, and that's in the morning over there, about 10 o'clock Eastern. And then you have BMW M Endurance, that's the IMSA Michelin Pilot Challenge. That's going to be coming along about 1:40 PM Eastern Time on the Friday. Then on the Saturday, 1:30 PM local, we have the Rolex 24. I believe lights out is at midday, so that means that we end up seeing the race itself running, about 2 PM, so it runs through to about 2 PM on the Sunday, and then that is the race itself all done and dusted. As for the entries themselves, we have a total of 60 entries for the IMSA opening series. 11 in GTP, 13 in LMP2, 15 in GTD Pro, and 21 in GTD. Because we go in terms of numerical order for the entries, we start off with the Porsche Penske 6 and 7. And there are changes to the lineup this year as Nick Tandy has moved into GTD. We've got Lauren Heinrich up in the number 7, but the number 6 is Vantor, Esther and Campbell, the number 7, Nazar and Lauren Heinrich. Then you've got the Wayne Taylor Racing lead number 10 for Taylor, Albuquerque and Stevens. Will Stevens is in the former F1 and IndyCar driver. Then you have the Heart of Racing entry for Ross Garn, Roma DeAngelis, Alex Riberas and Marco Sorensen. The 24 and 25 WRT, Sheldon van der Linde, Dries van Tor, Robin Fries, Rene Rast, Rafael Marciello, Philip Heng, Marco Wittmann and Kevin Magnussen. Then you have the Cadillac Whalen entry, the 31, Jack Aiken, El Bamba, Frederick Vesti and Connor Zilic is going to be coming in as well. Most drivers who are entered for this are platinum. We have a couple of golds. DeAngelis and Riberas are 2 of them, and then the third one is Zilic, the person who really should have won the NASCAR Xfinity Series last season. Is going Cup racing with Trackhouse this year. This young star is one to watch out for. We then have the 40, the other Wayne Taylor Racing entry for Jordan Taylor, Louis Delatraz and Colton Herter, Cadillac's reserve driver in F1. The number 60, Acura Shag Racing with Kerr Bajanian. We have Bongfist Brown, Scott Dixon and AJ Allmendinger, meaning that we've got another NASCAR star entered in the GTP. The 85 GDC Miller car for Tiemann van der Helm, Nico Pino and Kalen Frederick. Pino is a silver rated driver. We have no pros in that car. And then the 93 for Maya Shank with Van der Sander, Nicololi, Alex Palou. So we get another IndyCar talent here. And then Kakudo Shinota, who you might recognise from some of the racing over in Japan. LMP2 ends up, like I said, 13 entries. United Autosport have 2 cars. Those are the number 2 and the number 22. Crowdstake by API is the 04. You've got the Tower 8, the TDS 11. Era Motorsport with the 18. Ferdy Habsburg from Alpine fame is going to be in that one, as is Logan Sargent, who has just been confirmed to be running for Ford in WEC. Logan Sargent is rated platinum, being a former F1 driver, a lot like the likes of, say, Paul di Resta. You then have the Intersport Racing 37, the Inter Europol 43, with Antonio Felix da Costa behind the wheel, amongst others. The Brian Herter 52, Pratt Miller 73, with 2 Fittipaldis behind the wheel, Pietro and Enzo. AF Corsa USA's 83, the 99 for AO Racing, That is Spike the Dragon, sponsored by Mobile One. And then the 343, a second into Europole entry. Nick Cassidy is a standout in that entry list there. Of the 15 GTD Pros, Paul Miller Racing opens the list with number 1. They've ended up running the number 1 in recent years alongside a second car, but I believe that we just have the number 1 in the GTD Pro. You have the Corvette 3 and 4. You have the number 9 for Faf. That is going to potentially be the farewell for Lamborghini Huracan and GTD Pro because of the new Lamborghini that is debuting later this year. Lexus RCF 3 potentially is about to see the final running in the Daytona 24 because of the new Toyota GR car. Vesta Sullivan running the 14 in GTD Pro. Triarsi with the 033. Ferrari, the Winwood 48. The RLL McLaren. That's the number 59. Then you have the number 62 Ricci Competizione. Ford 64 and 65. Zeb Prio is doing double duty this year in IMSA and WEC. Number 69 Get Speed with Mercedes. 75 Express, the number 75 Mercedes as well, and you can expect to see the likes of Kelly Hubble and Mara Angle joined by Will Power and Chaz Mostert. Like I said, Nick Tandy is in the AO Racing alongside Harry King and Alessio Picciarello. And then Mante with the 911, the 911, with Ihanka Guven, the most recent DTM champion, alongside the more regular people of Preining, Backler and Feller. Whilst GTD itself has 21 entries and Fast Sullivan 12, the number 13 Autosport Corvette, Myers Riley's number 16 Ford, and number 19 for Van der Steur with the Aston Martin, 21 AF Corsa Ferrari with Lilo Wadu and Antonio Fuoco behind the wheel there. Triarsi Competizione 023 has Onofrio Triarsi there, and also Yefei. So you've got quite a lot of people who you will see from WEC or from Macau, just well known throughout the world of racing there. The Heart of Racing's number 27 has Eduardo Barrichello behind the wheel of it. That is a son of Rubens. The 28 RS1 Porsche. The 34 Conquest Ferrari. DXDT's 36. Scott McLaughlin's behind the wheel of that one, as well as Charlie Eastwood. The number 44 Magnus Racing Aston GT3 Evo has Nicky Team. Wayne Taylor Racing's 45 Lamborghini. The 57 Winwood Mercedes. The 66 Gradient Ford. Inception has the number 70 Ferrari. The number 80 Lone Star Mercedes. The 81 Dragon Speed Corvette. That is a change for this year. Giacomo Altoe has stayed with the team through that one, I believe. The 96 Turner Motorsport. The number 120 Wright Motorsports Porsche. Should have mentioned the Turner, as it has been for forever now, as a BMW. Mulliner Motorsports America, Porsche 911, 123, and then Manthey First Form has the 912 for Hardwick, Pera, Leitz, and Schering. Perhaps unsurprisingly, also a Porsche. As for ones to watch, well, Porsche won last year, but the lineups have changed around. We also don't know what it's going to look like in terms of balanced performance until the cars hit the track. We've got Michelin tyres with the new pattern that's very, very shiny when they are fresh, but also very cold, as they are because no tyre blankets. For the LMP2s, you could probably bet on United, Tower and Era being up there. Inter Europol have been good over recent years. AO have won IMSA the last couple of times round. GTD Pro, Corvette and Paul Miller had that absolutely gargantuan run in towards the end of last year, but do expect that because we've got lots of cars with new kind of evolutions coming into this one. For example, I think the Ford does. Porsche has the 992.2. Could see the order being shaken up there, and the same when it comes to GTD. Regardless, this is my thoughts, feelings, observations. If you have any predictions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section down below. As always, folks, thank you so much for watching and joining, and till next time, it's bye for now.